Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. My name is McKenna. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, I'm a holistic health practitioner. I share different modalities and flows and things like that to help create different, deeper embodiment and connection with the self and others. So if that interests you, definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of other videos that come out. Today we're here with a little bit of a yoga flow. So just to jump right into it, I'm just going to have us get into child's pose. So just beginning to spread the knees, bring the big toes to touch, bring the hips towards the heels and allow the arms to extend long. Just beginning to settle into the space here today. And inhaling in through the nose and a nice long audible exhales. And again in through the nose. Nice long audible exhales. Just beginning to settle into the space here. Noticing your body in this time and space and moment right now. Maybe just beginning to invite in a little bit of movement, rocking the forehead side to side, awakening and alivening that third eye. And we're just going to inhale in, coming up onto all 10 fingertips, lifting our chin and just opening up the chest here. If this is a good enough stretch for you, just staying here. If you'd like a little bit more, just beginning to create a U shape with your body. So inhaling, moving up towards the right and that right shoulder. Then to exhale, beginning to drop back down and move over towards that left side and that left shoulder. This is just small micro movements here. Nothing too crazy, just opening up the chest, opening and alivening up the shoulders today. And on your next exhale, dropping those palms back down towards the mat. And inhale, coming up to tabletop. So just beginning to stack the shoulders over the elbows, elbows over the wrists, hips over the knees. We're just going to move in some nice circular motions over the wrists right now. Just creating some nice movement for the wrists, some nice activation. So just beginning to move in circular motion in one way. And then the other. Just getting some fluid into the wrists, awakening the wrists. We have 72,000 energetic channels in our bodies, and many of them run through the wrists and ankles. So always good to create a little bit of stretch and alivening and awakening there. I'm just coming to stillness, and I'm just going to invite you to begin to roll out your ankles here now. Either maybe both at a time, one at a time, and go in one direction and then of course the other. And if that's hard to go in one direction, just know that that's normal. It's not typically easy both ways. And we're just gonna now come to a nice neutral spine. Just opening up with some cat-cows here. So inhaling, dropping the belly, opening the chest. And exhaling, beginning to arch the spine, pushing the belly button up towards the back of the spine, dropping the chin towards chest. And inhale, dropping the belly, opening the chest, pulling those shoulder blades together in the back body. And exhale, rounding the body, dropping the chin towards the chest. And just a couple more on your own pace of breath here. Inhale to come to cow. Exhale, arching to cat. And coming to a nice neutral spine when you're ready. Inhaling, tucking the toes under. Exhale, bringing those hips up and back, coming and meeting into down dog here. Just beginning to pedal out the feet here. First down dog clasp. Really pressing into all 10 fingertips and pads and all the way in your palms. Staying active within those arms and shoulders as well. And we're just going to inhale, walking ourselves to plank. Good, and we're going to exhale, beginning to bend the knees, crouching back in a low down dog. And meeting in an upper down dog, a regular down dog. We're just going to do some spinal waves here now. So inhale, lifting the heels, lifting the back, rolling each vertebrae forward as we come and meet into plank. And exhale, beginning to crouch back and meet into down dog. Inhale, lifting the hips, rolling one vertebrae at a time into plank. Exhale, crouching back. Inhale, forward, rolling forward. Exhale, crouching back. Just two more spinal waves on your own. Inhale as you wave forward. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And inhale, gaze forward. And just beginning to slowly walk your feet toward their hands. Meeting in a wide leg forward fold here. Just beginning to let your neck and head hang heavy, maybe grasping for opposite elbows, meeting in ragdoll. And again, just being heavy here. And just beginning to place that left hand in the middle, in the ground beneath you. My apologies, I have something in my eye, it's very distracting. Okay, and we're going to inhale, opening up towards that right side, slightly bending in that left leg, creating a nice little opening and twist within the spine here. And exhale, dropping that right hand where that left hand is, right in the middle of your gaze on the floor beneath you. Bending into this right leg slightly and inhaling, opening up towards that left side. And exhale, release, dropping both hands down. Getting to heel toe, the feet together, bringing the big toes to touch and a slight sliver into the back of the heels. And inhale, we're going to halfway lift, just elongating the spine, either keeping the hands on the mat or maybe on your shins or thighs. Keeping that spine elongated, just staying here just a moment. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to roll one vertebrae at a time here, standing up into the mountain. As we meet there, beginning to inhale, bringing the shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, rolling them down the back body. And we're going to do that two more times here. Inhale, bringing those shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, rolling them down the back body. One more time, shoulders up towards the ear. Exhale, down the back body. Just standing strong here in mountain pose. Maybe bringing forth an intention of class today. Maybe even bringing an intention for further beyond class and into the week. Inhaling in, elongating, standing tall. Sealing in this intention. If not having an intention, I invite in the intention of staying present with the body today. And open mouth exhale, letting it all go. And inhale in, bringing the arms up overhead. And bringing that right arm to grab that left wrist and beginning to Bend slightly over towards the right, creating a nice stretch in that left side body. And inhaling, coming back to center. Exhale, beginning to bring that left palm around that right wrist, bending over towards that left side, creating a nice stretch in that right side body. And inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice long spine once again. Exhale, forward fold, and we're just going to begin to meet down into plank. And just staying here for one round of breath. And exhale, meeting into down dog. And inhale, bringing that right leg up. Beginning to bend at that right knee and beginning to make circles at that right hip. Just opening up that right hip slightly. And looking in between the palms. On your exhale, bringing the feet, that right foot in between the hands. Meeting in low lunge. And either staying here, maybe creating some movement, rocking back and forth, or maybe dropping that back left knee down and still creating some movement here. Just alivening and activating these joints here. Nice deep stretch within the hip. And we're just going to begin to, if you haven't dropped that back left knee already, doing so now. We're just going to begin to straighten this right leg, meeting in a half split here. Maybe beginning to straighten and flex the toes, back toes towards the nose and back towards the ground. Again, just creating some movement here. And inhale, coming back into that low lunge. Exhale, staying here 1 second. Beginning to drop that back left foot into a nice 45-degree angle or aligned with that back edge, and beginning to inhale, opening up into warrior two. I'm just going to turn around here. Opening up into warrior two, extending that right arm in front of you, bending at that right knee, allowing that left arm to extend straight behind you as well, gazing over those fingers of the right palm. Staying strong here. You are a warrior. Yes, you are. And inhale, beginning to straighten that front leg and drop that left hand back towards that left leg, meeting in a reverse warrior here. And on your next exhale, beginning to sweep the arms down to surround each side of the foot, and just beginning to meet back into plank or doing a chaturanga, meeting in plank, leaning slightly forward on those wrists and dropping to 90 degree within those elbows, flipping over the feet, meeting into up dog, and when you're ready, beginning to meet into down dog. We're just going to do that on the other side. So inhale that left leg up, bending at that knee, beginning to circle. And when you're ready, bringing that left foot in between the palms and creating some movement here. Either dropping that left or that right knee back already. Or staying up a few moments. And when you're ready, dropping that right back knee. And again, just creating that movement, allowing this fluid to get to these joints, that interstitial fluid and things that really lubricate our whole body to be in motion. And on your next inhale, just beginning to straighten that left leg, meeting in half splits. Either pulling those toes back towards the nose, or pointing them down towards the floor, or going back and forth, once again, creating some more movement. And inhale, just beginning to meet back into low lunge, raising that back leg up once again, or if you were already. We're just going to begin to open up that right back foot, allowing it to be parallel with that back edge of the mat, and beginning to open up into warrior two, waving our arms open, bending at that left knee, allowing that left arm to extend straight in front of us, gaze over the palm hand, allowing that left arm to extend straight behind us as well. Going to turn once again. And just staying strong here. This motion already is toning your nervous system. You're finding strength and resiliency right here. I like to keep my palms face up to receive. If you're looking to ground today, doing so. Inhale, straightening that front leg. Exhale, dropping that right hand back towards that right leg, extending back. And when you're ready, beginning to wave the arms forward and down on either side of the foot, and either beginning to meet into down dog or doing a chaturanga, meeting first into plank. Leaning slightly forward over the wrist, bending at a 90-degree angle at the elbows, flipping the toes over. Inhale, coming to up dog, and exhale, meeting in down dog. We're gonna do just 2 more spinal waves. So inhale, lifting those ankles up, rolling forward. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, forward. Exhale back, and this time when we crouch down, we're gonna just drop our knees to the ground slowly and meet back into child's pose, dropping those heels or those glutes towards those heels. And allow the head to rest heavy on the floor, allowing the arms to extend long. Just grounding in here. Noticing how you feel as we activate that warrior energy within. And inhaling, just beginning to walk the palms back towards the knees. Meeting in this nice easy rock pose. Sitting on the shins here. We're just gonna take a few breaths here, keeping the palms face up. And inhaling, just gonna rise up, meeting up onto our knees. Just gonna do camel pose for just a moment. So, feeling free to even just staying here if this is good enough for you. I like to pretend as if I'm wearing jeans and putting my hands in the pockets of those jeans, so really opening up the shoulder and back Putting those, excuse me, fingers in those pockets. Excuse me. We're going to inhale, elongate that spine, and as we exhale, beginning to slowly drop back, kind of pulling those elbows towards each other, really staying engaged within that core. If this feels good, maybe even dropping the hands down towards the ankles. And if that feels good, maybe even opening up the neck as well. Allowing the head to hang heavy as you open up this front side body. Maybe doing a couple rounds of lion's breath, inhaling through the nose. Open mouth exhale, sticking out the tongue, letting out a roar. Inhaling, beginning to rise back up, staying strong within that core. And exhaling, beginning to come into a nice, easy seated position here. We're just going to allow the legs to extend long and wide in front of us. Inhale, our arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Just going to wherever you feel a stretch here, not trying to push or force, just going to where you feel a stretch. Maybe noticing on your exhales you're able to surrender a little bit further. Inhale, walking your hands back up. And beginning to turn over towards that right side, keeping your legs where they are. Beginning to bend over that right leg. Just continuing to go to where you feel stretched, not trying to over push or overdo, but just go to where it feels good. Seeing if you can soften and surrender even more from there. And inhale, arms up. And exhale, looking over to that left side and beginning to bend over that left leg. Maybe noticing one side feels a little bit different than the other, and that's okay. We're made as symmetrical beings, but both sides often do not feel like the same. And inhale, arms up, rising back up. Exhale, just beginning to bring the palms of the feet together. Inhaling those arms up. Exhaling, beginning to bring that left palm towards that right side of the body, either maybe grabbing that right ankle or just placing by that right foot. And just creating a nice twist here. Beginning to look over that right shoulder. Staying with the breath here. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, reversing to the other side. So placing that right palm down either by that left ankle or left knee. Placing that left palm behind your back, creating a nice little twist, looking over that left shoulder. And inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward fold one last time. Soles of the feet together to touch. If it's too much, feeling free to kind of extend those soles of the feet together out further. Changes a little bit of where you're stretching within the hips and those legs. So just doing whatever feels best. Finding that intuition to really do what's most desirable and pleasurable in your body today. back up. And exhaling, just coming down to meet in Shavasana. Just a few rounds of breath here. Allowing yourself to surrender from all the physical action that you've done and taken today, and time on your mat. I'm just enjoying these nice, deep, surrendering breaths. And inhaling, just beginning to stretch long, arms long above the head. Nice good morning stretch. Rolling on to your favorite side, pulling the knees up towards the chest, coming into fetal position. And sitting up into a nice, easy, seated, comfortable position. And inhale, gathering all that air and energy around you, scooping it up, bringing it together at the palms to touch, and down to heart center. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this flow, definitely be sure to like and let me know how it made you feel below, as it helps inspire me to continue to create more. Other than that, I really appreciate you taking the time to get on the mat and give some time to yourself today. Your body enjoys it as well, and I look forward to connecting next time.